Morning guys, Moorhuhn here. Today I want to go through my personal league starter and give some ideas of what you can do with your league start in the Legion League. So to begin, I will roll a solo self-found softcore berserker. That means that I balance everything around solo self-found. I will put some unique ideas that you can use if you play trade or have access to the uniques into this overview, and will overspread a wide idea about what you can do with the build as far as we know. And yeah, I'm going to play Double Strike. On the right side of the screen, right above me, you can see the official video from GGG how the new targeting works, and luckily for me they use Double Strike as an example here. So we can watch a meme, how is it called, a GIF? Well, a meme, a GIF. We can watch a GIF, it's like meme and GIF are so close to each other. We can watch a GIF of Double Strike action for the entire time here. But anyways, I'm going Double Strike, or that's my plan so far, and I'm going Berserker. We're going with Flawless Savagery, Blitz, Crave of Slaughter, and Rite of Ruin. I didn't decide yet in which order I take these, and maybe I later on go out of Rite of Ruin and take Aspect of Carnage, but that will require testing and stuff, so I can only tell you what my current plan is, and my current plan is Blitz and Rite of Ruin. This will give insane amounts of attack speed, and we will have quite some fun with that, I hope. Then, for my skill tree, we start out at the Berserker, go through some damage, want some life, and then you can decide. You can go for Berserking with attack speed and life, but I wouldn't suggest that here. I think I will go down to Leech pretty early. Then I want weapon range, and weapon range. Got the weapon range. And then I want to go for acrobatics, because I love acrobatics. I use acrobatics in nearly every build, but you don't have to. Acrobatics is not necessary for this. Then I would start to go through more other important nodes. So then we want Soul of Steel, definitely. Maybe you want it even earlier if you die too much, because this is going to give a lot of defense, like a lot of defense. Then we want to fill out some life stuff. We want Swift Scoring quite early, because Impale is going to be huge, like really huge. And then we want some life and finish up with crit and stuff. On this way, when you need resistances, you can take Cloth and Chain and Diamond Skin, but later on take these out. That's why I have so many skill points currently allocated, because it has in mind that some of these are not necessary in the end. Yeah, so we finish up with crit and the Cyan Life Wheel. That is like the last nodes you want to take. As long as you don't dual wield, you obviously skip Twin Terrors. And yeah, but I would suggest going Swords, because Swords is just insane. Okay, this far, or so much for the skill tree. If you have any suggestions, because the skill tree is new and nobody knows it perfectly. If you have any suggestions, please tell me, because I'm not perfect, nobody's perfect, and yeah, we might get an even better tree out here. But as far as the node power shows, I couldn't really come up with a better tree so far. Disemboweling seems pretty good, and this Jewel socket with the... oh, how's the Jewel called? What the... strengths? Ah, damn. How's it got? Unallocated. How's it called? That's one Jewel. Like the crit multi-jewel from the Incursion Temple. Blind? Or just dumb? Tempered Flesh, there we go. With the Tempered Flesh jewel, in this area we would get about 80 to 90 crit multi, which is pretty good, but I did go through some calculations and it seemed not worth it because of other options. But yeah, you can definitely do that, and then I would suggest going for disemboweling as well. But time will tell, and calculations maybe will tell as well when we have the gems in Path of Building and the other stuff that we currently are missing. And from skills, I currently have Warbanner and Dreadbanner. I didn't decide which one I really want. The thing is that Warbanner is pretty nice for just general damage and accuracy rating, and gives us the adrenaline buff, which is insane for a very short amount of time, but it is insane. Or we take Dreadbanner, which most likely will happen because Impale is just huge. With Dreadbanner, the Impale support and these 4 nodes, we reach about 100% more damage, general more damage, which is insane. Or physical, obviously. We are going pure phys in this scenario. But I will show. Then we have our Wild Double Strike setup with Brutality, Melee Physical, Ruthless, the Impale support, which is... where did I have it? Belt. With the Rage and Impale support. These are not in Path of Building yet, so I use them on my leather belt. The Impale gives us about 100% more damage, and the Rage support gives 60 to 100 flat damage, so that's why my belt gives that. Yeah, that is our current Double Strike setup. For clearing, I maybe will use how's it called? The Melee Splash, but I am not sure yet. So I will test how good the clear without is, because of the general splash damage we see in the meme GIF above me. It will become a meme anyway, so I just call it. And yeah, then we have the Precision Aura. And later on we'll have some mana left, so for one of the Blood and Sand auras probably, or something in that direction, but I'm not entirely sure yet, so I can't tell. However, in a few days there will be an update video with everything I currently use, so there you have more informations. Yeah, then we come to items. I've only put in stuff that is reliable in solo self-found, and I do count an Assassin's Mark to reliable because we don't really need much on it. But even without the Assassin's Mark, we still are pretty strong. So we currently have like a belt with just some life and strength in, rings with just some life and accuracy rating, and that goes through the entire thing. I never choose like tier 2 or tier 1, except for very, very few exceptions. Like I think my breastplate is, no, it's even further back there. And we go to 4.9k life. With useful gear you will go for about 6k, maybe more if you invest some life into the tree. Like Sign Life Wheel and maybe some other sources. Then we go with an about 300 DPS foil, which is definitely acquirable. But anyways, even if we take down this completely, like, even if we ignore physical damage at all, we only lose very little damage. So the most important part is attack speed and crit. This might be even better, but I don't really think I will get that soon. So these two is the most important thing. You want attack speed and you want critical strike chance. You could put more crit multi and stuff, but I wanted to keep this weapon halfway realistic, so we go with 300. I had like 400 DPS spots and stuff in solo self, but I don't want to calculate with that. So here we go. With this we are at about 1.2 million Shaper DPS, which is calculated with 15 Blitz Chargers and 40 Rage. So if we put this to the maximum, which is possible, we go to 1.5 million nearly. If we then have the Lioness Roar activated, we go to 1.8 million. And there obviously is a lot of potential still, because we don't have all our calculations in, we don't have all our gems in and stuff. But yeah, this is my broad overview about my plan for the Legion League with Double Strike. And I hope I didn't forget anything important. If you have any questions, then in the comments. If you have any suggestions, into the comments. And yeah, I guess have fun in the Legion League, and see you there. Probably not because I play SSF, but see you there.